Hello students, welcome to the Fun Known. Today we are going to study 2D shape and its area and perimeter, specifically of trapezium and rhombus. Let us understand students what are the areas and perimeter of trapezium and rhombus. Firstly, we'll study the rhombus. If the side of the rhombus is A, then the perimeter of the rhombus will be 4A. You have to remember this, students. You have to memorize this, that if someone is asking you what is the perimeter of a rhombus, you have to keep that in mind, that if one side of the perimeter is A, then you can call that perimeter of rhombus will be 4A. Next, students, if the length of two diagonals of the rhombus is d1 and d2, then the area of rhombus is half into d1 and d2. That means, students, the area of rhombus will be half into diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. So remember, students, rhombus will be having diagonals, and whatever the length of the diagonals are, respectively, of one diagonal will be d1 and another diagonal will be d2. That length d1 into d2 multiplied by half, that is 1 by 2, will be the area of rhombus. So you have to memorize this. Perimeter of rhombus will be 4A and the area of rhombus will be half into diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. Let us understand these things with an example, students. Like, you will be having a question in your mind, that which kind of question I can expect in the examination. So students, as you can see, this is your question. Find the perimeter of rhombus. For the figure number 1 is given over there, and the only figure number 1 says that the one side of the rhombus, this is a rhombus, and one side of the rhombus is 5 centimeter, and we have to find the perimeter of rhombus. Students, first of all, you will be writing the formula itself, that the perimeter of the rhombus is 4A. So here A means a side, right? So here one side of the rhombus, as you can see in the figure 1, one side of the rhombus is 5 centimeter, and because the rhombus have 4 sides, the perimeter will be 4 into 5, that is 20 centimeter. Let us see the answer. See, students, the rhombus side, well, one side of the rhombus is 5 centimeter. The length of rhombus is 5 centimeter. So the workout of perimeter, we need to add up the length of all 4 sides, that is 5 centimeter into 4 centimeter as per the formula. So we are going to get the answer 20 centimeter. So the rhombus has a perimeter of 20 centimeter. You can get a question like this in the examination, students. The number can be varying, like here it is 5 centimeter, other numbers you can get any x number of xyz number, but the formula you have to remember in mind. Next question, students. If the length of the diagonal of a rhombus is 16 centimeter and 30 centimeter, find its area. Students, you have to remember, rhombus has the diagonals, and here they have given the length of the diagonal. Diagonal 1 will be 16 centimeter, diagonal 2 will be 30 centimeter respectively, and we have to find the area. So the first and foremost thing what you will do in this example is you will be writing the area. So what is the area of rhombus, students? Yes, area of rhombus is half into diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. After that, after writing the formula, see, half into diagonal 1 into diagonal 2, you will be substituting the values which is given in the question, students. As in the question, it is given 16 and 30 are two diagonals. So 16 will be considered as diagonal 1, which will be d1, and 30 will be considered as diagonal 2, that is d2. So you can just substitute the value 16 in d1, 30 in d2, and multiplying 16 into 30, we can do that. Otherwise, there is half also over here. So here in this sum, what they have done, is they have cancelled this 2 because it is 1 by 2, right? So they have cancelled the 2 in the denominator, and 2 8s are 16. So they have cancelled the 16 to 8. So now 8 into 30, the answer is 240 centimeters square. So the area of rhombus is 240 centimeters square. Remember, you can also call it a square centimeter. So this is how the rhombus will be working. The perimeter of rhombus and the area of rhombus is a part where you have to memorize the formula, because if you will be not memorizing it, you will be very hard. It will be very hard, students, to remember that in the time of examination. Next, we'll be understanding how does the trapezium works. If the height of trapezium is h as shown in above diagram. Let us see the diagram first. Yes, as per the diagram, they are showing if the height is considering as h, then the perimeter of trapezium is sum of all sum of all sides, that is length of all sides. You can consider what is the length, what are the sides. You know trapezium is a quadrilateral, and quadrilateral have 4 sides. So even trapezium will be having the 4 sides. So you can consider, as per the figure, there are 4 sides: AB, BC, CD, and DA. So these are the 4 sides. So the perimeter of trapezium itself says sum of all 4 sides will be giving the perimeter of trapezium. So you just have to add up these 4 sides, whatever the length is of that 4 sides, and then you will get a perimeter of trapezium. Now students, the next point, area of trapezium. Area of trapezium is half into sum of length of parallel sides. As you have already seen, students, remember trapezium has parallel sides, and DC and AB are parallel to each other. So these two are the parallel sides of the trapezium. So while finding the area of trapezium, you have to write the formula as half into sum of the parallel sides. As per the question, you can see parallel sides are DC and AB. So sum of these two sides into h. H will be the height. As we have already seen, h will be the height of trapezium. So here, if we are substituting this formula or substituting the answer in this formula, you can write half into AB, that will be the side, plus CD, that will be this side. So we are just adding 2 sides multiplying by h. Now students, here is an example. Here the 2 parallel sides of trapezium is 27 and 19. As given in the figure, we can see AB will be 27, DC will be 19 respectively, and the distance between them, that is h, is given over here. Distance between them is 14 centimeter. You have to find the area of trapezium. How are we going to do this, students? The first and foremost things, yes, the first thing what you are going to do is you are going to just write the formula of area of trapezium as it is. After writing the formula of area of trapezium, see, this is how you are going to write it. Area of trapezium, half plus sum of parallel sides into distance. So we are just substituting the values inside a formula now. That is half into 27 plus 19. 27 will be AB and 19 will be DC. So 27 plus 19 into 14 will be the height. If you are going to do or multiply all these things together and you are going to solve this expression together, the answer which you are going to expect is 322 centimeters square. So this will be the answer when you are going to solve this. So the area of trapezium, you have to write it, students. The area of trapezium is 322 square centimeter. I hope students are understanding. You have to keep in mind perimeter of trapezium and area of trapezium. Perimeter of trapezium, remember, summing all the sides. If you have 4 sides, because it is a quadrilateral, so when you have to, you know that a figure will be having 4 sides, you have to just sum all the 4 sides and you will be getting the perimeter of trapezium. And area of trapezium, as per the formula, half into sum of parallel sides into height. Yeah. I feel students that's it for the day. We'll be seeing you next time. Thank you for being with us in the with